talking about KPIs, key performance indicators, and all that is what needs to go right in our business for our business to go right and to be on track, right? I got a quality assurance VA that comes in and makes sure she give me these numbers, right? How many marketing dollars did we spend, or how many text messages did we send, or how many cold calls did we make today, and anything vice versa, right? And then we calculate how many leads did that generate, out of how many leads, how many offers did we actually make, before that, how many conversations did we have, how many offers did we make, how many contracts did we get, right? This is what allows your business to be scalable, systematized, and not just have some kind of crazy business. So let's jump right into it. So KPIs, right? Again, that is key performance indicators. So I'll just go ahead and write this out. Key performance I hope I'm spelling this right. I believe I spelled that exactly how it's supposed to be spelled, but who knows? Anyway, let's jump right into it. So key performance indicators is just an indication of what's happening in your business, right? What's happening on this video that's allowing me to get more watch time and more thumbs up, right? That's what I want to look at when I'm looking at my analytics on YouTube or my real estate business. Let's get back to topic. When I'm talking about my real estate business, that's what I want to look at. I want to figure out how many marketing dollars did we spend this month. Ultimately, how much was our cost per dollars per lead? How much was our cost per contract, right? That's what you kind of want to keep in mind when you're talking about making these offers and all this type of stuff. Because if any of these numbers are off track, essentially what you'll have is you'll find yourself just spending money in your business, right? Spending money in marketing, but you're not being able to pull that money back out of it. It's not like a machine, because once you know your numbers, it's like a machine. Okay, so I know it's going to cost me $2,000 to get a deal. Doing it the way we've been doing it. All right, let's try to spend $10,000. Right, that'll equal 5 deals for me this month. All right, that's how you keep up with your numbers. If you know your numbers, we can help you out, and we understand that there's a problem in communication as well, right? So let me just break it down for you. So the first number we always keep up is cost for the marketing for the month. So any of you guys, new guys, it can be $500. It can be anywhere from $2,000. These are small numbers, and then obviously the more you scale, the bigger you get, that number is probably gonna grow to 10, 15, 20, right? So you gotta know that. In order to know that, you're gonna be able to get anything else you wanna get out of it, but you gotta at least know these numbers first. So you got cost per marketing for that month, and now you got cost per lead. Let me put that on there, cost of marketing. Now we got cost per lead. And then we got cost per deal. Right? So these are the numbers, these are the KPIs, these are the things we're gonna be tracking every month. Let's get that over a little bit. These are the things we're gonna be tracking every month to make sure our business is flowing and operating the right way. So we got their cost per marketing. So that's just our monthly budget. Right? And then we're going to look at how many leads did that actually bring in. So I spent $2,000 or I spent $500, either one. How many leads did that bring in? Right? And the way we find our cost per lead is we go how many leads brought in. So let's say 50 leads divided by cost per marketing. So that'd be $500. In this case, right, it costs us $10 per lead. $10 per lead. Right? We know that because the cost per marketing divided by how many leads was brought in. Right? Cost per lead, $10. Right? Now we're going to look at that same number and we're going to figure out, okay, it costs us $10 per lead, but how many deals did we close? Right? How many deals did we close? Sometimes it's spending $500, right? It's probably pretty hard to get a deal unless you're just working your tail off, unless you're just phenomenal. But if you're not, typically you're going to spend closer to about $2,000. But anyways, let's just keep it simple. That way I'm teaching right here. Cost per deal. Say you got one deal. Now we just divide that by how much you spent that month. One deal, 500. So we know one deal divided by 500. So we know that every deal we can do is going to cost us $500, right? That's how we know it. So let's walk over here and let's continue now break it down a little bit more. Come on. So let's jump right into it. So we talked about those numbers over there. So we're going to break it down, and this is essentially what you want to look at. So realistically, we're going to start with your marketing budget being $1,000. Right? $1,000. We're going to keep that. That's our number. So now we're looking at how many leads that generated. That generated 15 leads. Maybe I need to go a different number to make it easy. I just said it generated 15 leads. I don't know the math here. But if I'm looking for what's my cost per lead, right? I'm just going to divide 15 by 1,000 and figure out exactly how many times that went in there. Grab my calculator. And I want to show you guys the numbers. I want to show you the numbers, that way you can do this in your business. Now I have a CRM that does a lot of this for me outside of calculating the price, but it has an insert where I can put how much did we spend this particular month. So let's say we spent 1,000, we divided that by 15. Our cost per lead, I'm just gonna put CPL, cost per lead was 66.6. That's how much it costs. $66.6, right? Now we spent $1,000, we got 15 leads. 15 leads divided by 1,000. Or maybe I need to do that other. It's 1,000 divided by 15, I'm sorry. $1,000 divided by 15, $1,000 divided by 15, that's going to give us a 16. Now we're looking at how many deals did we close. Say we closed 2 deals that month. Cost per deal, CPD. We're just going to keep it short for that, cost per deal. We closed 2 deals that particular month. So essentially it costs us 2 divided by 1,000. It's going to be 500. It actually should be 1,000 divided by 2. But we know it's 500. Right? And if we keep doing these numbers, right, with this same method, with this same marketing dollars, with bringing in the leads, same deals, if we keep all these numbers consistent, in order to get the 4 deals, what we need to do, we just need to, I know it's gonna cost me $500 to get 2 deals, or $500 per deal. In order to get the 4 deals, I got 2. All I need to do is spend $2,000, right? I just need to spend $2,000. If I spend $2,000, right, and I'm keeping up with my numbers, I know my $2,000 should generate 30 leads, right? If I spend $2,000, my $2,000 should generate 30 leads, and out of that month, I should close 4 deals. Right? So this is how you become systematized in your business. This is how you allow your business to become a business and actually allow it to be predictable, right? If you're doing any kind of mailers, right, you want to look at that mailer. You want to look at those text campaigns. So for me, it's when it comes down to text messages, like, okay, how many did we send a month? How many did we send out a day? We sent out 500, right? I'm just breaking it down smaller. That way I can know if we're talking to enough people, right? We sent out 500 and we only had two positive leads. And those people weren't even ready to sell today, right? We got to send out more. We got to crank out more. We're looking to do more in volume. We're looking to get more leads, right? It's just a name of the game, name of the beast, right? So you got to look at these particular numbers. Another thing that you can do is you want to look at conversations that you're having on a daily basis. That's another KPI that we talk about is conversations. Because one thing, and it's, I can draw it right up here. So here's another KPI that I want you guys to really consider, take a look at, because this leads to healthy growth in your business as well. This is like, I would kind of say just not so much the numbers, but it's a different form of numbers. So we're not talking about cost per lead, cost per deal. It's more of how many offers are we making a day? Because this is what ended up happening, right? You have leads come in, and that could be on a daily basis, a monthly basis. You want to look at how many leads are coming in, right? But all of these forms of marketing, right, you have a lead come in and all of a sudden, if you don't follow up the right way, typically a lot of people won't even answer your phone. Some people aren't ready to do business right now. Some people are 3 months out. So it's a follow-up process, right? So you want to keep track of this follow-up process. How many people are we talking to on a daily basis? How many people are we following up with? Where are they right now, right? So you want to look at leads, then you want to look at conversations. I would say this is a big one. Conversations, right? And for anybody that's out there thinking, conversations is just getting on the phone with somebody, right? It's not getting on the phone with them and getting right off. Conversations, you're on the phone probably a minute, 2 minutes, right there in that range. And some of them may go 10 to 12. Some of them just may be a minute and a half, 2 minute conversation, right? But that's a conversation. We're figuring out where they are. We're following up with them. Ultimately, we're building rapport, right? You don't have to have a 20-minute conversation to have being just almost rapport with them. But if you can have 20 1-minute conversations, right, they're going to feel positive about the situation. They're going to want to do business with you. So understand that. Leads, now we got to go to conversation. That's a daily number. How many conversations are you having on a daily basis? You could generate 1,000 leads, but if you're only having 20 conversations, something is wrong, right? So we got to figure that out. We got to figure that out. And like I said, conversations, anything from 1 to 2 minutes long. So it can be 1 to 20. It just needs to be at least a minute or a minute and a half, and be a decent conversation, because ultimately when you get to that point, you're going to start getting adding a lot more value, building a lot more rapport. And that it's the nature of the beast. The more conversations you get, what's the next one? I'll give you a second. Offer, correct. Offer, right? More conversations you have, the more offers you have. Why is that important? The more offers you get, the more pieces of bait, the more lines you got in the water, right? The more opportunities to catch a fish. Right? If you have one bait out there in the water, it's going to be very hard to get you a fish on it. So you got to make sure that you put multiple nets out there, multiple baits out there. That way you get opportunities to catch that particular lead. More offers leads to what? More contracts. More contracts. Not every contract closes, right? Title issues, things come up. You can't find a buyer, you may have to terminate it, right? So if we know about contracts, the more contracts we got, what? The more closings. So in real estate, I never like to celebrate too early. Yeah, you want to celebrate the small wins as far as contracts, offers, conversations. All right, you want to celebrate those small wins, but as far as closing, you don't spend the money until you get it, right? So with closing, I don't count the money or anything until we actually close, because I never know what can happen with that particular property. But obviously, these are 3 things that I want you to do in your business, start implementing today to be able to start getting the best results you can possibly get from your business. So it's just KPIs, key performance indicators. It's just allow you to know where you are in your business, keep tracking your business, and then ultimately you have a business. If you don't do this, what you end up doing is just getting in the spending game. Okay, I got 5,000, how about I spend 5,000 this month and I hope I get a deal, right? But if you have a follow-up system, if you have a follow-up procedure, if you're having conversations on a daily basis, if you're making offers, right, it's more of a systematized approach. It's more of an approach that can allow you to get deals over and over and over. So ultimately, in order for you to be successful, that's what you're gonna need to do in your business, because with that being said, it's gonna allow to more closings, right? So if you got any information, please drop below. Got any questions, drop below. I wanna definitely hear where you're from, any concerns, how can I help you in your particular business? And shoot, my name is Jordan. I don't even think I introduced myself. Maybe I have. But my name is George. We talk about all things real estate, entrepreneurship, business, credit, anything you can possibly think of that can allow you to push forward and actually make some money, right? There's so much money going around. It's the worst, it's the best, worst year ever as far as 2020, because there's so much going on. But honestly, there's a lot of winning still going on right now. So please take advantage on it. Strike while the iron is hot. And if you need anything, let me know. Until then, keep winning.